Review and gather documents before filing your tax return. Preparing for the deadline. As the deadline for submitting Form 1040 or 1040-SR approaches, taxpayers should take a few moments to review their documents and ensure they have everything they need to file their tax return. This includes W-2 forms from employers, 1099 forms for freelance work or self-employment, income interest statements from banks and investments, dividend statements from investments, any other relevant tax documents. Taxpayers should also review their tax obligations and any deductions or credits they may be eligible for. This can help them ensure they are taking advantage of all the tax savings available to them. Understanding the importance of receiving all necessary documents before filing is crucial to avoid processing delays or errors. Taxpayers who fail to receive all their documents may experience delays in processing their tax return, errors or discrepancies in their tax return, potential penalties or fines by waiting until they receive all necessary documents. Taxpayers can ensure their tax return is accurate and complete, reducing the risk of errors or delays. Filing your tax return. Once taxpayers have reviewed their documents and ensured they have everything they need, they can begin the process of filing their tax return. Increased financial support for low-income families in Puerto Rico through expanded ACTC eligibility. The maximum amount for a qualifying child in Puerto Rico is $1,700 per child, which is the same as the maximum amount for the mainland United States. The changes to the ACTC for Puerto Rico, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, and the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, TNF, programs have been modified to provide more support to low-income families in Puerto Rico. As part of these changes, the maximum amount of the Adult Child Test, ACTC, has been increased to $1,700 per qualifying child. Eligibility for the ACTC in Puerto Rico. Prior to the changes, residents of Puerto Rico were required to have 3 or more qualifying children to be eligible for the ACTC. However, with the new changes, residents of Puerto Rico are now eligible for the ACTC with 1 or more qualifying children. This means that families with 1 or 2 children can now receive financial assistance to help with food costs. However, the phase-out is not a simple linear decrease in the credit amount. Instead, it's a complex system with multiple thresholds and adjustments. Understanding the EITC phase-out. The EITC phase-out is a critical aspect of the program, as it affects the amount of credit individuals can claim. To grasp the phase-out, it's essential to understand the different thresholds and adjustments involved. Single filers. For single filers, the EITC phase-out begins at $200,000 AGI. However, the phase-out is not a straightforward decrease in the credit amount. The phase-out starts at $200,000 AGI, but the credit amount decreases by 15 cents for every dollar above $200,000. The phase-out continues until the AGI reaches $221,950, at which point the credit amount is reduced to $0. Introduction. The Clean Vehicle Credit is a tax incentive designed to encourage the adoption of electric and hybrid vehicles. To qualify for this credit, individuals and businesses must meet specific requirements, including submitting Form 8936 and reporting certain transactions. Key requirements. Submit Form 8936. This form is used to report the credit and must be submitted with the tax return. Third-party payment platforms. These platforms must now report all transactions exceeding $5,000, a significant shift from previous requirements. Vehicle type. The credit is only available for electric and hybrid vehicles. #### changes to reporting requirements * changes to reporting requirements. Increased reporting threshold. The new requirement for third-party payment platforms to report all transactions exceeding $5,000 is a significant change from previous requirements. Expanded reporting scope. This change affects not only the payment platforms but also the taxpayers who use these platforms. ### implications for taxpayers. Implications for taxpayers. Compliance is crucial. Taxpayers must ensure they meet the new reporting requirements to avoid any potential issues with their tax returns. Increased transparency. The new reporting requirements provide more transparency and accountability in the use of tax credits. Conclusion. The Clean Vehicle Credit is an important incentive for the adoption of electric and hybrid vehicles. By meeting the specific requirements, including submitting Form 8936 and reporting certain transactions, taxpayers can qualify for this credit and support the transition to cleaner transportation options. Additional resources: IRS Form 8936. This form is used to report the Clean Vehicle Credit and must be submitted with the tax return.